And this is just another example of doing this. So just wanted y'all to see that. Now we're going to move on to the second part of this lesson. What about one variable inequalities? Y'all, what we were doing up here, two variables, a y and an x. So what about one variable inequalities? So this is note card 97. I really want you to listen to me go over it first. This is an example of solving a square root inequality in one variable. So here we go. See, there's no y, all right? There's no y. So what you have to do is get a 0 over here. So I just subtract 5 from both sides to get here. And then I typed the left side into Desmos, which is what this is. And I had to remember to get that starting point, I had to ZPP what was underneath. So I set 2x plus 3 equal to 0. That would be 2x equals negative 3. And then divide by 2, so x equals negative 3 halves, which is negative 1.5. That's how I knew. Otherwise, I'd have to like click and drag my cursor on the graph in Desmos, and I could go to the end there, and it would show me negative 1.5, negative 9. I went into the second row and typed it in. Now, I knew it was going down 9 because it's 9. So this is me typing the left side of Desmos. That's what it looks like. Now, remember, when you have a less than or equal to, that means that you're looking where it's negative. Y'all have that on a note card. I think you have it on 2 note cards. And you include the x-intercepts. So that's what I've got. And so if we've got the graph and we're looking where it's less than or equal to 0, that means negative and including the x-intercepts. It starts at negative 1.5. Guys, we would put a bracket because negative 1.5's y value is negative. So it's negative. So the bracket's included all the way up to the 39. I would include the 39 because we have the equal to here. So pause me and finish up note card 97. All right, so now we're on to note card 98. Here's another example. I want you to get this with the 0 on the right side. I want you to type it the left side. Once you do that, I want you to type the left side into Desmos, get it all set up, and see if you can get the answer. Okay, so it's a less than, so we only need the negative interval. We do not include the x-intercepts. So this is it typed in Desmos. Remember, to get the starting point, I had to ZPP what was underneath there. So 4x minus 4 equals 0, 4x equals 4, divide by 4, x equals 1. So we know we go right 1, and minus 6 is down 6. So I went through all of that. I had to tell, oops, I think this needs to be a negative right there. Okay. I had to tell Desmos to plot that point. So you can see all of that right here. I had to tell it to plot the point. There it is, all of that stuff in its glory. Okay. And then I've got to realize that it's a less than. So I'm just looking for the negative interval. Now, I know that this part is negative. So that's from an x value of 1 to an x value of 10. But we have to be careful with the notation, with the symbols that we use. When x is 1, y is negative 6. Y is negative. So it's included. It's negative. So that's why at the 1 I have a bracket. But the 10, the y value is 0. That's not negative, so I can't include it. So the solution here would be bracket 1 comma 10 parenthesis. Now that's the last note card for this unit. Again, we went over 2 different types of questions. We went over graphing the with y and an x and shading. And then this one where there's no y, and our answers are in intervals, okay? It's an interval set. So just keep that in mind when you're working on your homework tonight. Thank you guys for being patient with me and for watching the videos. I appreciate it.